Senate Bill 450.
Senate Bill 450 by Senator Davis to require the Department of Education to include a human fetal growth and development discussion in the relevant standards during the Arkansas Academic Standards revision cycle.
Senator Davis, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. We had a little bit of debate surrounding this bill yesterday, but currently right now the Department of Ed has standards for human growth and development in grades K through 12. This bill allows for human fetal growth and development standards in public education, and it simply just says that the Department of Ed, in consultation with the Department of Health, shall determine the appropriate grade levels for students to receive this curriculum. The standards are simply that it will include discussion, and the discussion shall include a high-definition ultrasound, which shows brain, heart, sex organs, and other vital organs in early fetal development, and also the process of fertilization, every stage of human development in the uterus. And so I know for me, as a person who has had 4 babies or 6 babies in utero rather, and birthed 4, that I've seen all different variations of ultrasounds from what they were 17 years ago to what they are now with those high definition 4D ultrasounds. And it is life-changing to see a little heart flutter so early on when you go to your 8-week appointment to see an actual real baby. And when we talk about what's impactful and showing students things that are true and real, I think it's important to focus on an ultrasound, especially a high-definition ultrasound where we can see a real baby and a life and a heart beating and organs developing. We know that that's what changes minds when women go to crisis pregnancy centers to decide if they're going to have their baby or have an abortion. We know that ultrasounds change minds and save lives. And I think it's important that as we're educating students in secondary education and talking about fetal development and babies growing in utero, that we show them real, actual live pictures of babies in the womb and talk about that development in a real way, so that when they're older and grown women and men, when they go to the doctor to learn about their baby, that what they learned in school is consistent with what they're hearing from their doctor when they decide to start a family. And that's why I think this bill is so important to focus on that high definition ultrasound. With that, I'm happy to take any questions.
Questions for Senator Davis. Senator Payton, you're recognized for a question.
Thank you, Madam President. So when it says that the Department of Education shall include a human fetal growth and development discussion in the relevant standards during the Arkansas Academic Standards revision cycle. So what's the timeline on that?
They meet every 2 years and determine standards and appropriate curriculum to meet those standards. So that is a current working group that they have.
So do we know when they're meeting next, or when?
No, I don't know.
There's no emergency clause. I was just wondering when this
No, they have a standard time. I don't know exactly when they meet, but they have a standard time that they meet every 2 years to talk about curriculum and what meets the standards set forth in law.
So it would not be more than 2 years from now?
No, I imagine it's probably after we have session every 2 years, because we change standards and do different things. So my assumption would be that it's sometime in the calendar year after we have session and they've got to implement new standards that we pass.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Senator Davis? Anyone wish to speak against or for? Senator, you're recognized to close.
Thank you. Members, I'm closed for my bill and ask for a good vote.
Senator has closed. Any objection to rolling the vote? Seeing no objection, Madam Secretary, please roll the vote.
Boyd, Bryant, Caldwell, Clark, Crowell, Davis, Dees, Dismain, Dotson, English, Flippo, Flowers, Gilmore, Hammer, Hester, Hickey, Hill, Irvin, Blake Johnson, Mark Johnson, King, Ludding, Love, McKee, Murdoch, Payton, Penzo, Petty, Rice, Scott, Stone, Stubblefield, Sullivan, Tucker, Wallace.
Any senator wish to change his or her vote? Senator Flowers, no. Senator Sullivan, present. Love, no. Scott, no. Murdoch, no. Tucker, no. Letting, not voting. Rice, present. letting know, I'm sorry, Senator Caldwell, present. Any other senators, please check the board. Seeing no other, please cast up the ballot by a vote of 26 yea, 6 nay, 3 present. Senate Bill 450 passes. Please transmit to the House.